This show fuses magic, suggestion, psychology, misdirection and showmanship. If you watch my show live on Wednesday night, you'll have seen me correctly predict the National Lottery. Tonight, I'll show you how I did it. Thank you very much. Thank you. On Wednesday, I was handsome enough to predict Her Majesty's Lottery live on television. I didn't profit in any way from it, as Channel 4 didn't allow me to buy a ticket. But it's been fantastic reading all the conspiracies and speculations around at the moment. Lasers writing numbers onto the balls and moving them somehow, and split screens and balls with special LED readouts and impossible sleight of hand. But if you missed it, here's what it looked like. The BBC broadcast the lottery draw, absolutely live, 100% live to the second. We are doing the same here. And when I turn the television on, when I'm allowed to, I'll get a nod in a second when I can do that, you can flick back and forward between the BBC and this one to see that we are absolutely live and in sync with the BBC. The most you'll get is like a tiny whisker of a delay, about a second, because we're taking a BBC feed, essentially, and then passing it through Channel 4 to get to you, and that takes about a second or so. But the BBC are live, 100% live. The lottery draw is live. We are 100% live here. I'm being told there's a little bit, about 30 seconds before we can turn the television on. I should say this is the culmination of like a year's obsession over this. I've had lottery numbers all up over the wall of my house. I'm feeling a little bit sick. Please wish me luck, and if it goes wrong, as I'm after 5 out of the 6, if it goes wrong, or I only get a couple, or none at all, I'm really sorry, and I'll apologise about that in advance. I'm really sorry, but this hopefully will work. Again, I've done nothing illegal. There's nothing that will affect your chances of doing this, and there'll be a show on Friday at 9 o'clock showing you how I did this as well. So you can watch that, you can find out how I did it, and if you like, you might want to try the same thing too. We can turn the TV on. So this will come on in a second. You can flick between the BBC and Channel 4 if you want. This will warm up in a second to see that this is absolutely live. Here we go. God. So this is from Lottery HQ. This is still the dream number, isn't it? Okay, so this is just... Oh, no, this is it. It's not the dream number. We're now into it. So, yes, here we come from the rather shiny, lovely studio of the BBC that they call Lottery HQ. They have a glamorous assistant every week to help present. This week's glamorous assistant is O.J. Borg. There he is. And the jackpot there, 2 million, 400,000. That's quite exciting. There it is. There's the draw master with the white gloves. Oh, the balls are down. The voice is the voice of Alan Dedicott. The voice of the balls. This is an initial production for the BBC and the National Lottery Commission. I'm required to say that. That's a close-up there, so you can see there's no tampering going on. Yes, Alan Dedicott there, the voice of the balls. We'll be talking you through them. And he's about to press the big red shiny button that they press to make a lot of people very rich. There's been 2,000... Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Oh, God.
First one, number 23. Let's not forget, to date, National Lottery players have raised over £23 billion for the good causes. Next up is number 35, with us last Wednesday night as well, that 183rd time as a main ball, and the third to be drawn. Out she comes, that's number 11, drawn the Wednesday before last too, you'll recall if it's one of your chosen few, 225th lotto outing. Here's the next one. And that is number 28. Don't forget, out of every pound spent on the National Lottery, around 28 pence goes to the good causes. Next out is number 39. We've seen it over the last 2 Saturday nights as well. 205th lotto outing for that one. And the 6th one that could make you very rich is right there, number 2. 4th number drawing in just last weekend. That little beauty, 180th time it's been a main ball. The bonus tonight is number 15. So, Millionaires Row midweek looks like this in a
bonus ball
order.
Doesn't matter, we're not involved in the bonus ball. So in order we have 2, 11, 23, 28 35 and 39. Those are the lottery numbers for this week: 2, 11, 23, 28, 35 and 39. And ladies and gentlemen, my prediction for the lottery numbers this week are 2, 11, 23, 28, 35, 39 in numerical order. Those are the numbers. That's a year of my life right there. I hope you can see those. 2, 11, 23, 28, 35 and 39. Thank you. Thank you. So, there are a lot of questions I get frequently asked. What am I thinking? Why are you in my garage? And so on. One question, however, I would hear more than any other was, go on then, what are the lottery numbers? Go on then, what are they? What are the lottery numbers? And I'd always say, shush, shush, we're supposed to be having sex. But having been asked so many times, I started thinking about it, and I thought to myself, how would you go about predicting the lottery? So ignoring the bonus ball, which is mainly for women and gays, how do you predict 6 random numbers spat out by a machine? My chances of correctly guessing at random are the same as anyone else's, 1 in 14 million, which is an interesting statistic. If you're a healthy middle-aged man, the chances of you dying over the course of the next year are roughly 1 in 1,000. Therefore, the chances of you dying in any given hour are 1 in 9 million. So that means if you're sat at home with your lottery ticket an hour before they do the draw, you are more likely to be dead before they announce the numbers than you are to win. I needed a better strategy. As I saw it, there are 3 ways to predict the lottery. 1, fake a lottery ticket. 2, genuinely predict the numbers. And 3, fix the machine. I disregarded the first option. Faking a ticket wasn't the same thing. It seemed to lack imagination and it would be illegal. So maybe there was a way of predicting the numbers. This was to lead me down a fascinating path into mathematics, superstition, and a powerful, beautiful secret that can only be achieved when we all put our heads together. So, on Wednesday night, I predicted the lottery. Today, I'll show you how I did it. So the question is, how do you predict a machine's random outcome? I knew I could certainly predict people's random choices, so I took that as my starting point. Be honest. Put your hands up if you don't like mice. Put your hands up if you don't like mice. Good, a hand going up there. Hello, come up here for me. What's your name? What's your name? Charlotte, lovely to meet you. You don't like mice?
No.
Come with me, come with me. So, Charlotte, thank you. Charlotte, first of all, be honest. Do you just sort of not like mice very much? Or are you properly Mickey-phobic?
I don't like them at all.
Well, this is the game. There are 4 boxes. There's a mouse in one of the boxes. I put a mouse in one of them, but there are no mice in the other 3, okay? The game is, you've got to put your hand into 3 of the boxes and have a route around through the little holes on this side here. But only 3, and I'm hoping, and I presume you are too, that the 3 you put in are the 3 without the mouse in, so that you'll miss the one with the mouse in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping will happen. I put it into the one that I think you will avoid.
Okay.
Now a couple of things. First of all, it's very important that your choices are entirely random. So if you think I'm trying to influence you, or if you've already sort of got numbers in your head and ideas as you look at them now, just disregard that. It's very important you make utterly random decisions as you're doing it, and feel free to change your mind as many times as you like before you make a decision. And also, just so you know that I can't somehow move a mouse around from box to box, there are these numbered cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all blank on the other side, apart from the one that corresponds to the mouse box, and that's got a little picture of a mouse on the other side of the number, just so you know we can't change anything around or move it. So, you begin with a 1 in 4 chance of getting the mouse. Which one are you going to go for? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Entirely up to you. Please make sure it's random.
3.
3. Are you sure?
Yes.
Happy that's random?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is how we're going to play. Get your hand ready, but don't put it in yet. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'm going to reveal what's inside to the audience first. All right?
Okay.
But I don't want you looking. You must keep your eyes closed. All right. Close your eyes. Your eyes closed. I'd like you to put your hand in. Keep your eyes closed. Put your hand in. Have a feel around. Make sure you go right into the corners because they can hide. You can open your eyes. There's no mouse. It's just droppings, but there was no mouse! There was no mouse. No mouse there. And of course, there was no mouse. There was no mouse in box number 3. There was no mouse in box number 3, so congratulations. Why don't you like them? What is it about mice that you don't like?
My mum made me terrified as a child.
Oh, really?
And now I just don't like the feel or the look or the sudden movement.
They scamper, don't they?
Yeah.
They do scamper. And bite. Okay, so you now have 1, 2, and 4 left. You've got a 1 in 3 chance. Which one are you going to go for next? Remember, it has to be random, so feel free to change your mind as many times as you like.
1.
Okay, all right, so come here for me. So that'll be box number 1, so get ready, and I'll remove the cloth first. Everybody else can... Yes, close your eyes. Hand in. No, you can open your eyes. There's no mouse, it's just some fruit for the mouse likes, but there's no mouse. No mouse at all, congratulations. No mouse in box number 1. There was no mouse. All right, you are now, however, down to the last 2. Box number 2 and box number 4. So it's mainly the way they kind of move around and...
Yes.
So I like them. I think they're fascinating creatures. Mice, I didn't know this, mice can live for up to 3 days in a human intestine. I find that quite interesting. So, number 2 or number 4? You've got a 50-50 chance. This is the last one. Which you're going to go with, number 2 or number 4? The last one, you're going to put your hand in.
2.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Change your mind if you like?
No, I'll stick with 2.
You're going to stick with number 2?
Please.
All right, well, it's only 50-50 now, so the odds are no longer in your favour. Come and stand here for me.
Okay.
Get ready with your hand. Sure,
I'm sure.
Okay, all right. Eyes closed, good. No peeking. Audience.
No, I promise.
In you go. Oh, sorry, no.
I think I'm okay. Okay.
You can open your eyes. There was no mouse in number 2 either. She got the 3 without the mouse. Nothing in number 2 either. Congratulations. Congratulations. Would you like, while you were here, would you like to see our little mouse?
I'll see it definitely. But
He's quite friendly. I'll just come in and have a look. He's perfectly friendly. There he is. Oh, he's not there. He must have got out. Oh, there he is. No, he wasn't there. There is no mouse. There was no mouse. There was no mouse at all. However, it was important to get you frightened, important to get you thinking that there was a mouse there, because it's only by getting you into that state that I can make you fall into a predictable pattern, which is exactly what you did, and you did it absolutely brilliantly. You left box number 4, and box number 4, of course, was the mouse box. Number 4, even though there was no mouse, you went for the correct one. You left number 4. Well done. Thank you. Now, excellent. So, well done. Now, with fear comes suggestibility, and it's easy for me to manipulate your decisions for you when you're in a heightened state, like one of fear. But remember, this is just my starting point for predicting randomness. We're still dealing with people, not machines, and this is only 1 in 4. But let's up the stakes. Here's an example of predicting human randomness when the odds are 1 in 20, and this time with real Jeopardy. You got off lightly. I want to see how far fear can increase predictability, so I've had to call in medical backup for this test. Our volunteer Matt is about to face something far scarier than a pretend mouse. Matt, I'll explain the game. There are down there 20 polystyrene cups like this, upturned, yeah? They're numbered on the top, so you've got 1 to 5,
yeah,
and then 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and 16 to 20. You're going to go and stamp on 14 out of the 20, so you can leave 6 untouched, yeah? One of those cups has a knife underneath. In fact, here's a replica. That's what you're avoiding.
Yeah.
If it goes wrong,
Yeah.
and you do get a knife through your foot, which we both want to avoid, then how much money would you demand to stick a knife through your foot?
Through my foot. At least, I don't know, 500,000.
£500,000?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'm writing out a cheque for £500,000 in case Matt fails my test and requires compensation.
Bit nervous now.
Mm-hmm. Hang on to that if you like, stick it in your pocket. Earlier, I placed the knife under a cup whose number I calculated Matt would instinctively avoid. If I'm wrong, the paramedics get to do more than stand and watch, and Matt gets £500,000 compensation.
Might be a bit cold. Okay, you also need to clean your feet to just sterilise there. Also just need to give you a tetanus, all right, because obviously what's going to happen.
Predicting Matt's random choices is a starting point for predicting the random outcome of the lottery.
You're leaving 6 untouched. Can I just ask you one more time if you're happy to do this?
I'm happy to do it, yeah.
Okay. In your own time, then. There you go. That's number 1. That's 2.
In this game, as he stamps on the cups, Matt has a 70% chance of getting a knife through his foot.
7, you're halfway through. You've only got to do another 7. Ooh. Yep, that's fine.
You scared the life out of me then.
Nine. You got 4 more. Three left. Two more. You've only got to do 1 more. Sure?
No.
Well done.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, these 6 that are left, which is 1, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and 18, that's random, isn't it? Those were decisions that you were making as you were going on, in terms of you leaving those 6 there,
Yeah.
Those numbers are, I like to think of them as your lucky numbers. Don't ever forget them. Number 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 18. The reason why I'm drawing attention to those is because of what's written on the back of the cheque that I gave you when we were up there. You've got it, haven't you? You've got the cheque. Have you still got it on you?
Yeah, the check, yeah.
Yeah. Undo the envelope. If you read out what's on the back, I want the camera to be able to see it over your shoulder.
On the back of the cheque?
Yeah.
You will leave 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 18.
1,
12,
12, 13, 14, 15,
and 18.
and 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 18. I'm going to take this back now because thank you very much. I'm just wondering whether you want to carry on because that's quite a lot of money. Well, look, it's not under 18. Look, you've only got 4 left to do now. Bet still stands.
I would carry on.
Go on then. Three left. You've got to stamp on 2 of the final 3, leaving 1 cup untouched. Last one.
At this point, Matt has a 50-50 chance of stabbing a knife through his foot.
Sure? Congratulations again. So, I have to admit to you, the only way that I could do this and know that you'd be safe predict the 6 that you would not stamp on was to get you into a state of fear. That was what that was all about. That made you fall into a certain predictable pattern. There was no knife under any of the cups. All right? The injection we gave you was not a tetanus, it was just a saline solution, which is perfectly safe. You're fine. You would never have got hurt. You wouldn't have got hurt, but Jenny would have got hurt. I'll show you Jenny. Look, number 13 you didn't touch. And there is Jenny.
No, I was nervous, obviously, because I'm sitting there thinking there's a chance I'm going to get a knife through my foot. And my adrenaline was going a bit. But I'm shocked that the numbers, the 6 that were left, were the numbers written on the back of the cheque. That's pretty amazing.
Thank you. We actually have Matthew with us tonight in the audience. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, thank you. So far, so good. People's random decisions can be predicted. But I knew that because people can be influenced. The question is, could a machine be influenced? Now, I thought that was a non-starter and impossible because obviously machines can't think, they don't have minds. However, I then read about an amazing experiment that took place in the 1980s by the Pear Group. The experiment was to see if willpower could affect randomness. It involved a bagatelle board like this, and balls were dropped in from the top, and the idea is they would randomly drop down and could end up anywhere along the bottom. However, the scientists had a load of people will the balls to end up on one particular side to try to psychically influence the direction of the balls as they dropped. And a curious result emerged. More balls did indeed end up on the side that the people were willing them to fall on. Willpower did seem to make a small but significant difference. But I wanted to try the idea for myself. Could a group of people influence, for example, the toss of a coin? Have a look at this. Can a group of people influence the toss of a coin? I got a group together and chose a volunteer. He would be trying to throw his chosen combination of 3 heads or tails. If you were to toss a normal coin 3 times in a row, there are 8 different possible combinations of heads and tails that you can get up. So these are the 8 possible combinations. You're going to choose one of these for yourself, and I'll also choose a combination for me. I'll let you choose first, so which one do you want?
Triple H.
Triple H, you're going to give this one here. All right, so Martin is going to go for heads, heads, heads. Well, my lucky one is tails, heads, heads, so I'll go for that one. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to be tossing a coin. If your combination comes up first of heads, 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 that is a point to you. If my combination comes up of tails, heads, heads, then that's a point to me, all right? So I can't cheat. Another volunteer is chosen to flip for my team, the Reds. The rest of the group would make up the red team. This is to help you support your red team. The Reds get dressed up and will be cheering in support for their red team. Martin, however, is all on his own. Excellent. So, red team, you know what you're doing. It is up to you to make this happen, to use your energy and your willpower to make Angela win, for her combination to come up more than Martin's. They can switch coin at any time from the hundreds in the box to keep it fair. So Martin's chosen heads, 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 and Angela is trying to flip tails, heads, heads. This is important. Martin and Angela's combinations are exactly as likely to come up as each other. There should be no difference. They'll take turns tossing the coin until one of their chosen combinations comes up, and then that person gets a point. The first person to 10 wins. That is 1 point to our team. Well done, 1 point to the red team. As they're doing this, I want you guys really focusing on the coin. Will it, in your mind, what seems to help is just saying that combination again. Tails, heads, heads, just in your mind, again and again. With the red team willing her to win, Angela soon scores again. Heads, that's the second one. And again. Heads, we have another point. We have another point to Angela. With the red team behind her, there's no stopping Angela.
Heads.
Hey! 5+5-0. Martin. Oh, man. It seems that the combined win power of the red team does have an influence on the toss of the coin. Yes! Heads. Martin manages to get one winning combination. Heads, he's won a point! Martin, you won a point! Boo! But with her team behind her, Angela steams ahead to 10 points. It's a heads! We have won! Well done, red team! Oh, Martin!
You know, I don't know. It was all against me. I was just on my own.
Me personally, I do believe in psychic ability. So the fact that I had a team behind me willing me to win enabled me to actually do so.
Thank you. So that seemed like real evidence for the Bagatelle experiment, yes? Well, not quite. It does seem like the Bagatelle experiment probably doesn't hold up. And as for the coin, it's not psychic. It's a kind of deep maths. And the kind of deep maths that's going to help me with the lottery prediction. I'm going to explain how the coin trick works to you, so that you can go out, place a bet yourself, and win every time. Here's what you do. Ask the other person to make their choice first. This isn't courtesy, it is vital. And from what he says, you work out what you'll say. Now you do this by taking the middle one of his three, reversing it, and putting it at the start. So if he says heads, 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 you would take the middle head, reverse it to a tails, put it at the beginning. You'll have tails, then heads, heads, and then you ignore the last one. You then play just as we have, and you'll see you win more times than the other person does. And for further information, you can go to the Channel 4 website on this. Why does this work? Why this works will be an hour program in itself, but suffice it to say it has nothing to do with willpower or psychic ability. It is deep maths. But this deep maths finds predictability in randomness. Just think about that for a second. It is taking something as random as a fair toss of a coin and finding predictability in it. Could I apply that to the lottery? For months, I lived with a year's worth of lottery numbers written up across a wall in my house, trying to think of how you could make predictions from randomness. And then, late one evening, I was having a bowl of oxtail soup, love it, and a memory of something I'd read hit me. In 1906, a scientist called Francis Galton stumbled across a bizarre phenomenon at a country fair. 800 members of the public competed to guess the weight of a prize ox that was on display, and the person who got closest won. But after it was all over, Galton worked out the average guess. In other words, he added up all the estimations and divided by the number of guesses, and the result was the exact weight of the ox. As groups, we make far better decisions than experts on their own ever do. This real phenomenon with huge implications has been called the wisdom of crowds. So, keeping an open mind, I got a group of people together to try the same theory with the lottery. The idea was to have them look at lottery numbers from over the last year and have them guess which ones would come next, and then work out the mean average of their guesses. If there were a pattern, as a group, they would unconsciously find it, even though none of them would know individually what that pattern was. So, 2 Saturdays ago, 24 volunteers, here they are. They all studied the chart and wrote down what they thought the next 6 lottery numbers would be. Then we wanted to get the average guess for each ball. So they'd all been asked to bring calculators with them, and they added up their guesses for each ball and divided by 24 the number of people making guesses. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We ended up with 6 numbers, and then the group went out and they played those numbers that evening. Guess how many of the numbers were correct? 2, 1. It was 1. It was rubbish. So I was ready to ditch the whole idea. But then I thought I'd give it one more go, this time changing one factor. Could emotions, like greed or the anticipation of winning, psychologically get in the way of picking the right numbers? Does the emotion behind wanting to win somehow stop you from winning? We all got together to give it another go. To avoid the greed factor and hopefully get a better result, I asked our 24 volunteers to guess the next 6 lottery numbers and write them down, but we would not do the maths till after the lottery result had been announced. Again, they studied the previous year's worth of draws and went with their instincts. What would the next 6 numbers be? Everybody writes down what they think the first ball will be, so we can add them up and divide by 24 to get the average for ball number 1. And then we'll do the same with ball number 2, and so on. The front row came up to represent the 6 balls, and they noted everyone's guesses.
11.
44.
26. 19.
40. 33.
18. 24. 27.
Then we watched the lottery, the moment of truth.
Does anybody else like...
Now, we haven't got the necessary clearance to show you the lottery results that we were watching, but look online if you want to check this draw's results. It was Wednesday, the 2nd of September. The 8, 7, 4, 2, 27, 35. Good, so you've each got a list of numbers for each ball. You're going to add them all up now and divide by 24, which is the number of people in this room. So, off you go. So our 6 number crunchers were now working out the average of everyone's guesses. We waited for the results of the calculations. Would they match the lottery numbers that had been drawn? So, Terry, will you first of all turn around what you have? You have number 19, which is not one of the balls in tonight's lottery. Eleanor, will you please turn around yours? 23 was also not in tonight's lottery. Sally, will you please turn yours around? Sally has 28, which was in tonight's lottery. A round of applause. Rachel, will you turn yours around? 24. No, again, there is no 24. Neela, can you turn yours around, please? We have 35. That's 2 out of 6. And Kevin, turn yours around. 27. We have 3 out of 6 numbers. We have 3.
After the first session, when we just got 1, I was really surprised at how we got 3 this time, so that's really exciting.
I was just really impressed that we got the other 3 numbers, so it's kind of a good moving forward from last Saturday.
Maybe it's different now that we've seen the result. We got through the balls, so now maybe we feel more like a group and we can do it. It is promising, you know, I mean, now seeing this, it's like, come on, team. We got this in the bag.
Good evening. Tonight I'm showing you how you can predict the National Lottery by taking you through how I did it on Wednesday. Using the wisdom of crowds phenomenon, a group of 24 volunteers correctly guessed 3 out of 6 lottery numbers. I brought them back for another session to see if we could get any more right. I thought it'd be a good idea for them to get to know each other a little better first, so I sent them out for a bit of team bonding.
Stick their arms all outside.
Our group shared in team-building activities. This brought them closer together. Their individual psychological barriers dropped as they learnt to relax in each other's company, and this should lead to a better outcome for a lottery prediction. It was time to introduce my next technique. I'm going to try something called automatic writing, which some of you may have heard of. It's a technique used by spiritualists quite a lot when they're supposedly channeling the dead. And this is about utterly detaching yourself from what your hand is doing and writing to the point that you're barely even aware of what you're writing. I got the group to practice the new method. Automatic writing has been attributed to the ideomotor effect, a psychological phenomenon where people make movements outside of their conscious control, which offer a clue as to their deepest feelings and processes. The signs were encouraging, but one subject, Tyler, found the technique tricky, so I removed him from the test and made him responsible for calculating the group's guesses instead. I then set the rest to work, predicting the lottery by using automatic writing. They were allowed to write minus numbers or numbers larger than 49, in fact anything that came out of their hands. Get them to Tyler here up on the table, please. Thank you. I stand back so that Tyler can interpret the writing and begin the calculations while the lottery begins to play. Again, look online if you want to check this draw's results. It was Saturday the 5th of September. 36.
I wrote down the results as the group watched them come up live on the television.
22. 12. 13. 26.
As before, the totals for each ball were divided by the number of guesses, which in this case was 23.
Divided by 23 equals 63.
Will the wisdom of crowds phenomenon combined with automatic writing be potent enough to give us a better result this time?
42. So we got one number round the wrong way and one number is one off. 22. We have 1. $12. 19. No. If this last one is, well, what does it come out to? So, go on, it's 598 divided by 23 equals... $26, $20, oh my God! Okay, 36, we got 63. 41, we got 42. So those two are wrong, but these are correct. We got 22, and this even in the same order, 12, 19, and 26.
Can't believe it.
When I was writing them down and everyone was getting excited, it didn't actually clue in at first that we were nailing some of these numbers.
And to see 22, 12, 19, I was like, nah, it's not going to happen, it's not. And to see it was really, it's not something that I believe in or I would never ever expect me to be so excited about it. Wow.
Thank you. So, Wednesday night, these 6 random numbers came up live in the lottery, yet I knew what they would be beforehand, but not on my own. I had 24 very excited people hoping to predict them for me. This is what happened.
It was the big night. This is what was going on around the corner in a secret location. The group assembled and studied the chart for the final time.
Are you excited? Yeah. So, you've had a few minutes already to look at the...
Again, I had them relax and use automatic writing to come up with the 6 numbers.
Close your eyes now.
Would the group's collective subconscious, the wisdom of the crowd, yield the results we were after? We didn't want them to know the numbers until the draw, so I performed the calculations by averaging out their guesses.
And,
I took the 6 correspondingly numbered balls from a box containing all of the numbers and sealed them in an opaque tube. The prediction was set.
That's our first one. That is the lottery prediction. Okay, gotta go, gotta run, see you, bye. And it's Wednesday, the 9th of September, 09. Tonight, I'm going to try and predict at least 5 of the 6 lottery numbers. So, we're broadcasting from a studio, and for security... These here, this is my prediction. A house, I'm feeling a little bit sick. We can turn the TV on, we can turn the TV on. 2, 11, 23, 28, 35 and 39. And ladies and gentlemen, my prediction are 2, 11, 23, 28, 35, 39, in numerical order. Those are the numbers. That's the year of my life. Thank you. Goodbye.
I can't believe that we just pulled 6 numbers out in front of the nation. It's amazing.
I'm just completely shocked shocked. We saw him do all the balls in row and it's live.
All of us believing that we can do it is what made it happen.
We've done what needed to be done. We pulled 6 numbers out.
I think we're a brilliant team, and it's been a pleasure to work with all of you.
That concludes the tale of how we reached Wednesday night. All of my 24 people who were there know what happened and the success they had. But it's quite possible that many of you simply won't believe it. You may choose not to believe any of what I've told you. Maybe you still believe it was some sort of super technology. Whatever you choose to believe is up to you. But there's still one route we haven't looked at. Remember the 3 options? 1, to fake the ticket. 2, to predict the numbers. And there's still option 3. Fix the lottery machine. So here's the option 3 explanation, and you can decide which you prefer. To fix the lottery, I would have to have done the following, which, of course, if I had done, I could never admit to. So I certainly did not do any of these, which would clearly be illegal. But if I did, which I didn't, of course, I would have to have done the following. Firstly, get somebody working on the lottery show to act as an inside informant. We definitely did not do that. Secondly, because the balls are regularly checked, we'd have needed to have found a window of opportunity when the balls were not going to be checked so that we could do the stunt. Didn't do that either. Next, we'd have got some special balls made which were identical to lottery balls but would weigh 100 grams. That's exactly 20 grams heavier than the real balls. We definitely did not get these made, and certainly didn't get the necessary 8 sets made. Next, we'd have found out from our informant where the balls were secretly stored in sealed containers. And to have got access to the containers, I'd have had to have hypnotised the security guards. My God, I certainly didn't do that. Then, I'd have added the weighted balls to each of the 8 possible sets from which Wednesday's balls were going to be picked, and then sealed them back up. And on the night, the weighted balls that we didn't put in were certainly not picked up and spat out by the machine before any of the others. Then the day after the lottery, we'd have got our insider to go back and switch the weighted balls out and replace the ordinary ones, which he did not do. And that's how the lottery was predicted. Or not. It's ridiculous. If I had fixed the lottery, which I did not, then I would have known ages ago what numbers would have come up, and the guesses of the 24 people would have been meaningless. They could have picked any numbers they liked, and I would have just switched their set of balls for the numbers that I knew were going to come up, i.e. the numbers on the heavier balls that I'd put into the machine. But I would never admit to it, so if I'm ever asked how I predicted the lottery, I'm going to say it was just a trick. Good night. This show fuses magic, suggestion, psychology, misdirection, and showmanship. This evening, a short subliminal film that I've created will be played to you at home that will make a large number of you stick to your seats. This uses a unique technology which has never been used before. You will need to have your phone on you to call the program once you're stuck, so please make sure that it's within reach. Because if this works, you won't be able to move very far to pick it up. And I will want to talk to some of you live on the show who are stuck. Now, before we play the film, I want to take you on the journey that has led to this point. So this is how it all came together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the event. 2 cards. 2 cards. One says win and one says lose. Obviously from behind you can see which is which, but please don't say anything that would give it away to people on this side. On this side, of course, it just looks like 2 white rectangles, yes? I'd like you all, please, to think about which one you would pick. Make a decision in your mind about which one you would pick. I bet you'll be good at this. Take a step forward for me. Which one would you like to pick?
That one.
That one there. Oh, I hate it when that happens. I'm afraid you picked the losing card. Never mind. Step up for me. What's your name?
Nikki.
Nikki, very pleased to meet you, Nikki. I'm so sorry about that. Well, look, that was only 50-50. Maybe you just got unlucky. So we'll play again, and this time we'll play for some money, and I'll stack the odds in your favour, all right? And I'll make you lose again. Come with me. Pop yourself there. Good. OK, Nikki, as you can see, I've chosen a game that uses blank playing cards, rather like the shape of a cinema screen or a TV that you might have at home. Now, the last few months, I've been using white cards like this to try out subliminal technology, similar to what we'll be using in the film. So, OK, we shall play again. This time, we shall play for some money, £20. What I'll do is I'm going to mix the lose card in with a whole load of other cards that say win. In fact, actually, why don't you mix them? Just do it so you can't see which is which. So there's one lose card, and there are 9 win cards there, so the odds are very, very much in your favour. OK?
Yep.
Lovely. Now, I will do nothing to influence you. I will certainly say nothing to influence you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the backs of the cards, please. 2, 3, 4, 5. OK, look at these. Now look at these. Now choose one. The one you want. That one there. You sure? Do you want to change your mind, or are you happy with that one?
Happy with that one.
Sure?
Yes.
Sure? You sound tentative.
Go on, I'll try that one.
That one there. Which one?
That one.
That one there, sure?
Definitely.
Absolutely?
Yeah.
OK. What made you go for that one? What made you change from that one there?
It was because you gave me a choice.
Oh, because I gave you a choice. Is there something to do with the position of the cards, maybe, do you think?
Don't think so.
No? OK, well, I did give you a choice, but I genuinely, at this point, do not know which is which because you mixed them. And no, you did actually went for the lose card. That is, well, that's a shame. That is a shame. But if you turn the others over, so you don't think do turn the others over. They do actually say win. They don't just all say lose. Good. Excellent. Turn them over. Or they say nim if you're upside down.
God.
Excellent.
I'm really skinned.
Oh, no, it's a shame, isn't it? Well, the odds were 9 to 1 in your favour. And I said I wouldn't say anything to influence you. And that's true, I didn't. But I did do something. I'll explain what it is, because it's kind of extraordinary. If you just put that one, put it face down in the middle. If you have a look at the backs, they do all genuinely look the same, don't they?
Yeah.
But they're not. Look, if I give you this is a little UV torch. We're going to dim the lights a bit so you can see this. If you take that and turn that on, there you go. Now just start it on this one here, OK? And then just slowly move it up to this one here, and this one here. Good, good, good. And this one, and then across, and then down this side. A little quicker, just so you can see all the backs. Yes? Good. Yeah. Now go to the one that you looked at, the one you picked. Yes? Now, and that is genuinely on there, yeah? That is actually on there. But be honest, you genuinely, I presume, you couldn't see that. As far as you're concerned, they all looked exactly the same, yes?
No, I can't see. Yeah.
You can't see it at all. Without the UV light on, you can't see. OK, well, let's play again then. And this time for a much larger sum of money. Do you want to stand up for me and come over here? OK, you didn't win the 20, but now we'll play for £200, and I will stack the odds much better in your favour, all right? And also, we're not going to play with cards now, we're going to play with people. Can we get the first 5 people on, please? Now, you'll notice they're all wearing T-shirts with a white rectangle on the front. You want to concentrate on the rectangles because they contain a powerful form of influence that I developed and will be using in the film we'll be seeing later. You'll also notice that they've got numbers on them, but it's the white rectangles that are important. Don't worry about what the people look like. We've specifically chosen people that wouldn't draw your eye by being especially attractive or anything like that, so none of them stand out. They're sort of bland-looking, kind of, sort of lifeless, empty husks of people. There's no UV or anything here to help you out, but you're looking at all the white rectangles and the various numbers as well, and allowing those numbers to go around in your head too. Can I ask you please help us to stand in a semicircle, and I'm going to bring you at the front here so you can see them all. All right, here are the rules of the game. Nikki, 19 of these T-shirts have win written on the back. Only one of them has lose written on the back, all right?
Yeah.
You are about to start eliminating. You're going to eliminate 19 of these people, just leaving one. All you want to do is make sure the one person that you leave isn't the one person that has got lose written on their back. Does that make sense? Does the game make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yes? OK. So obviously the odds are 19 to 1 in your favour. If you do end up with someone that's got win on the back, then you will win £200. But you don't win the money if you happen to end up with the one person that has lose. Is that all good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, so the rest of you just know ahead of time who's got lose on their back, and you know we're not going to sort of change anything. I'm going to ask these guys to show you. So I'll turn you first around, Nikki. You face this way, face the front for me. Close your eyes as well, just so nobody gives anything away by looking. And I'm going to ask our helpers to turn around, please, so these people and everyone at home can see your backs. Turn around for us. And hopefully, you'll be able to see, if you look around, might take a moment for the cameras to find it too, which one of those has lose on the back. Good, all right, now I'd like our helpers to turn back around, please, first. And then, good, that's safe. Nikki, you can now open your eyes and turn back around too. All right, okay, so we now begin a game of elimination. We're going to do it in blocks of 5. So you can name a block of 5. That can be 1 to 5, it could be 6 to 10, it could be 11 to 15, or 16 to 20. Give me a block of 5. Go. No.
6 to 11.
6 to 11. 6 to 11, you are eliminated. Please turn around. You are eliminated. OK, well, the lose T-shirt is still in the game. We have another block of 5, please.
OK.
Well, that was actually 6 you eliminated there. Let's take a block of 4 now, then we've done 10.
I'll go 12 to 15.
12, 13, 14, 15. That's 4 of you. Could you turn around, please? 12 to 15, turn around. That is... No, they're all winners as well. OK, so the lose T-shirt is still in the game. Go. Which one? Which group do you want to eliminate?
1 to 5.
1 to 5, you are eliminated. Turn around, please. The lose T-shirt is still in the game. You now have these 5 left. You've got 16 to 20. Let's eliminate 3 of them. Give me 3 of those numbers. We will eliminate them.
I'll go 16 to 18.
16, 17 and 18. Please turn around. You are eliminated. No! They are still winners, which means that lose T-shirt is still in the game, and you're down to the last 2. Can I ask you to, without showing anybody your back, just to come into the middle there? No peeking, just in case. Oh, very good. OK, you're down to these last 2. You understand what we're doing? One of these T-shirts has lose on the back, one of the T-shirts has win on the back. You are now down to the last 2. I want you to be very clear, because this is for £200, which person you would like to keep, and which is the last person that you want to get rid of. You've already eliminated 18, this is the 19th you're getting rid of. Just tell me very clearly, who do you want to keep, who do you want to get rid of?
I'll get rid of number 20.
You get rid of number 20, so you are keeping number...
19.
Sure?
Yes.
OK, all right. Number 20, you are eliminated. Please turn around. Yeah, of course. As you all saw, number 19, turn around. 19, I'm so sorry. Thank you, helpers. Thank you very much. I'll ask you to make your way back. Thank you so much. You guys can head out. Thank you. That works, of course, because this white rectangle is made, it is designed to be subliminally more appealing than the other white rectangles. And thank you, number 19. You can now head off. Thank you. Round of applause, number 19. After the break, we'll be bringing in a group of volunteers who'll be watching the film too. So, see you in a few minutes. Tonight, I'll be playing a film that will stick you to your seats at home. And these are our members of the public, all of whom volunteered to take part in the show, who'll be watching it too. Hello, members of the public. And we will be showing you at home later what happens to these people here after they've watched the film. Now, as part of my research, I wanted to look into how PWA, or perception without awareness, could be used to influence real behaviour. And this is how I went about it. This ability to subtly influence people's choices without them being aware of it has been part of my skills and passions for years, and tonight we're going to take it to a new and unexplored level. But first, a potted history of subliminals. In 1957, this man, James Vickery, claimed that by flashing up in movie screens messages like "hungry, eat popcorn, thirsty, drink Coca-Cola," that he could make more people buy. And he claimed, Vickery, that he had tried this in cinemas in New Jersey, and that sales went up by 57%. Vance Packard then fueled the fire by supporting Vickery's claims in his book, The Hidden Persuaders. This led to a public outcry and the first banning of subliminal messages. But in 1962, Vickery admitted that his claims had been fabricated. It was a marketing ploy. But by this point, it was too late. In the 70s, another book called Subliminal Seduction created more unsubstantiated fear by claiming that subliminal messages were used in advertising. Now, this led to a United Nations report in which they concluded that subliminal indoctrination was, and I quote, a major threat to human rights. Now, because there is so much nonsense surrounding the idea of subliminals, researchers now tend to talk in terms of PWA, which is perception without awareness instead of subliminals. And the difference is that subliminals are invisible, whereas PWA you just don't pay attention to. Like, for example, if somebody whistles a tune and you're not really aware of them doing it, but later on you start whistling that tune yourself and you don't know why, that would be perception without awareness. And this is another example of it. Hi, Alice. Hi. Hello. Thanks for coming in. You are freezing, aren't you? I'm sorry, it's cold out there. Thank you for coming at 8:15 in the morning to Hamleys. There is your goodie bag.
Thank you.
Don't eat them all now, you make yourself sick. There's 5 floors, so we're going to have a walk right up to the top and stop over at various spots on the way. Just want you to get a sense of the store, and because I haven't really told you what we're going to do at all, have I? In fact, you've no idea.
Not a clue.
Lovely. Let's just have a little walk around first so you're familiar with the layout. Do you have a favourite toy when you were little?
I quite like Barbies, I suppose.
So this is soft toys. Let's head up here. Let's go for a wander around. Just get your photo taken. This is your games. We'll go up another one. More toys. Did you have any books when you were little?
Yeah, I loved reading.
It's amazing how much you absorb unconsciously, even just looking at these now when you're little. How much sticks in the mind without even being aware of it. Let's keep going. Finding dolls.
Oh yeah.
Doll's house.
I remember I had a big dolphin that I used to play with quite a lot.
Oh, so you like cuddly toys too?
Yeah.
Certainly have a lot of us.
Boys' toys, really.
Up to the top. Okay. So that is all 5 or so floors of Hamleys.
Okay.
Now you've had a chance just to kind of get a basic sense of the layout of the store, I'm going to ask you to now go on a bit of a wander.
Okay.
Back down through the levels of the shop yourself and to select a toy, but only sort of mentally select a toy. Very important you don't give away what this toy is. So we're not going to follow you with the cameras.
Okay.
But imagine that you were being followed and you wouldn't want to give away to anybody what it was. So you don't need to pick this toy up. All you need to do is mentally go, okay, that one, and take your goodie bag and have a wander around. See you in a bit.
See ya.
Okay, you've had a wander?
Yep.
Chosen something? Found something?
Yeah.
First of all, you haven't told anybody what it is. No one's asked you?
No.
No one was filming you?
No.
In your mind, be very clear what it is, be very clear where it is, and I'll be asking you all sorts of questions. But unless I say answer out loud, don't answer out loud. You're just answering in your head. Actually, we can start going now. It wouldn't be up here because we didn't really get a look up here. So let's go down to this floor here. Okay, this is sort of quite boys' stuff up here. This is definitely the boys' floor. And as you think about this, can you imagine, so don't answer out loud, but in your mind, is there somebody, if you were going to give this toy as a gift to somebody, just in your mind imagine giving it to this person, how they look at me? Yeah, I think it's a girl's thing. Let's go down. I think this is a girl. It's a girl in your mind, isn't it? You're going to give it to, yeah. Give nothing away, just answer in your head. Your friend's name, though, as you were saying it in your mind, nothing out loud, just say it in your mind. It's got a V. Vicky, is it Vicky?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Okay. Let's just clear all those out of your head so you can just keep focusing on this toy. Imagine giving it to Vicky. So you're going here. I got it. It's over here. Okay, come back over here. Okay, just start to think warmer, colder in your head. Warmer, colder, warmer, colder. So you're telling me where to go. You're saying nothing out loud, but you're telling me warmer, colder. Warmer, hotter, hotter, colder, okay, colder, cold. This is colder, isn't it? And then warmer's over here. I think she's more cats than dogs, but a dog, a chimp, giraffe, say nothing. I think it's one of these three. Okay, you look at that one first, it won't be that. Present you're going to give Vicky. I think by the fact you're trying not to move your eyes over there, I think, am I right, and I'm going to commit to this, there are 250,000 toys in this store. I think the present you were going to give Vicky is the giraffe. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes? Oh, thank you so much. God. Well, there you go. Give that to Vicky with my compliments. It's wow. Incidentally, if you were going to give that a name, what would you call it?
Frank?
Frank? Yeah. That's a good name for giraffe. It's not too obvious. Well, enjoy. Oh, by the way, in your goodie bag, you've had this on you all the time, haven't you?
Yeah.
By the way, if you see the tissue, there's a few sweets with that tissue paper. If you open it up, there's a little extra thing when you give this to Vicky. I thought it'd be quite a nice touch just to his little name collar. Just to give. And just show the camera there so they can see it. It just ties around the neck. I thought it'd be a quite sweet little present.
Oh my God.
Oh, let me just show the camera again. You didn't quite get that? You got it? Excellent. And while you're here...
Oh my God.
Yeah, good luck getting it in the car.
How do you do that?
Did it feel like a free choice?
Yeah, completely. I didn't even decide on Frank first. That was like I went for a few names.
You did, yeah. You were changing your mind. You've been amazing.
Oh,
Thank you so much. You were absolutely brilliant.
Thank
Have a
you
lovely
so
day. I'll
much.
let you chat to
you
these
too.
guys.
Oh, thanks. Oh, it's really like overwhelming. Like I have no idea like how we would know that before I even sort of came up with it. It like felt like such a free choice. Quite surreal, but really exciting. Really good fun.
And Alice is here with us at the moment. Round of applause for Alice. Few of you clearly were getting a giraffe as well. Do you know why you were thinking of giraffe too? Would you believe me if I told you that I actually mimed a giraffe to her as soon as she came in through the doors? Oh, you picked up on it. I'll show you a couple of the things that we did. So we're going to have a walk right up to the top and stop over at various spots on the way. Various spots on the way. See it again? So we're going to have a walk right up to the top and stop over at various spots on the way. And then as we went in, I actually said giraffe right too. I don't know if you caught this, so you have to listen carefully, but keep going. Do you have a favourite toy when you were little? And again? Do you have a favourite toy when you were little? I don't know where the northern accent came from. That's giraffe, yeah? And there were loads of other subliminals throughout the store.
A giraffe face printed on these T-shirts. With UV light, you can now see the word giraffe on the books we looked at. We placed pictures of giraffes on the escalators and on the walls, and giraffe print patterns all around the store too. We even had letters spelling the word giraffe hanging from the ceiling. So with all these subliminal messages, when Alice went off to make her selection, I was confident she would choose a giraffe.
Thank you, Alice. Well done. And that's perception without awareness, and this is just the start. The question is, would PWA, perception without awareness, work on any of you? Can I just first verify, none of you have been told what happens when I play this next bit of music or what to do? No? Okay, I'm going to play a piece of music. When I play it, one of you will have the very strong feeling that it is you that is supposed to take part in this next piece. When you get that feeling, you must raise your hand. I am required to tell you this piece of music contains subliminal messages that are repeated over and over again in the piece. It won't affect anybody at home. If you're watching, you'll be fine. But for you guys here, you'll get a very strong sensation, kind of like a nervy kind of sensation, and then you just put your hand up, please. All right. Can we play the music? We'll stop the music there. Why don't you come up here? And let me ask you, you weren't asked to put your hand up, there's no prior arrangement. What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, come with me, Joe. I want you to grab one of those chairs, any colour, it doesn't matter. One of the chairs, bring it here and take a seat in it by the table. The green chair, good choice, just there would be great. If you can take a seat in that, that'd be great. And also, I need you to pick a pen. There are a whole bunch of pens. If you grab one of the... I don't want to see which one you take, so just take it and sort of put it behind your back or cover it up or put it in your pocket or something. Good. Okay, so Joe, you have on the table here 3 white blocks. What you're going to do is number them 1, 2, and 3, but you can do that in any order you like. And in fact, I'd rather people didn't know what order you did it in, all right?
Okay.
So you can take them onto the table and do it, and mix them up and bring them out in any order. When you number them, nice and large and clear, only on the one side that faces you, but nice and large and clear so when we do want to show them around, people can see which number's which. Okay, do that for me now. Go. Take them onto the table, do them one at a time. Mix them up if you like under the table, just so nobody could guess which block is which when you bring it out. Tell me when you're done. Okay, thank you. Now I want you to stack them in any order you like. So keep those numbers towards you, but stack them one on top of the other, any order that you like. Done that?
No. Done.
Done? Okay. Happy with the order they're in?
Yeah.
I want you kind of making gut decisions here. Good. All right, put the pen away, please. Put it in your pocket, get it out of the way. Done?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Quick, Joe. Great. Good. Now, there is a bag just behind you on that little table. I'm not going to look at what you've done. I will keep looking here. Can you grab that paper bag, put it over the block so nobody can see? I'm not going to look, Joe. I will keep looking at this lady here, specifically just down her top. Does nothing for me, don't worry. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Have you done it? Are they covered?
Yeah.
Joe, are you happy? First of all, that bag genuinely covers them and you can't see, what's what. Yeah. We'll just turn it, maybe just... Joe, are you happy that it was a free choice, that the way in which you ordered the bricks was a completely free choice? Are you happy with that?
Yep.
And you're happy that the numbers can't be seen. All right, Joe, I need you to do one more thing for me. There is a stand just there with a sort of a mic stand with a clip in it. I've got a couple here as well. Can you grab that? Perfect, yep, that's it. There's a red cross, if you can just put it there, that'll be great. All right. So, Joe, come here for me. You happy this was a free choice? A seemingly free choice?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you take that for me. Oh, there are a number of seemingly free choices that you've made since you came up here. And about an hour before any of you came in, I sat on this stage wondering about what seemingly free choices I could make you, or whoever came up, pick. I took photographs of me with those predictions and put them in that envelope. Now, if you open the envelope up, you'll see inside are 3 large photographs. I don't want you to see what they are yet. I want you to take them out face down and place them on the table, all right? Please don't look at what they are yet and don't show anybody else either. Great. But can you just check there's nothing else in the envelope? Happy with that?
Yep.
Excellent. Good. Gone. So, the first decision that you made when you came up, Joe, was the choice of...
the chair.
The chair, very good. And you went for the green chair?
Yeah.
As opposed to the red or the blue. Happy that was a free choice?
Yeah.
A seemingly free choice.
Yeah.
Yet, the first picture that we took is of me with the, say it, Joe?
Green chair.
The green chair. Round of applause for Joe. Correctly picked the green chair. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Let me put this on. The green chair, excellent. And the next choice you made, what was that?
It was the pen.
The pen?
Yeah.
Now, there are about 60 different pens in there, all different colours. Don't take it out yet. The pen I hope you went for was the blue pen. Joe, do you want to show them what you've got? What colour is it? It is indeed
blue.
The blue pen. Can you see that? The blue pen, a perfect match. A perfect match. Good. Well done. Good. And there's one more. One more decision that you made up here. Call it psychic, call it coincidence. You be the judges, ladies and gentlemen, but that is, I believe, a perfect match. Yes? Oh, yes, I realise that's pathetic. But if you think about it, free choice of pen, let's say that's one in, whatever, 60 or so. Free choice of how to then stack the bricks in that colour. The chances of stacking the bricks in the predicted order, in the particular colour, it worked out it's about 1 in a billion, trust me. If you take the bag off the bricks, drop the bag on the floor, turn the bricks around slowly from the bottom. In blue pen, 3, 1, 2, excellent. Joe, you've been sensational. Joe, everybody, good. Actually, Joe, come back for a second, come on, stand back there for a minute. There was one more decision that you made. You remember what that was?
No.
No?
Decision to raise my hand?
Exactly. The decision to choose yourself for this. And I'm pleased that you chose yourself in the same way that I'm pleased that you chose the green chair. Because if you'd have picked the red or the blue chair, for example, there would have been nothing. Nothing. Come around behind the green chair. Tip it up in the same way so they can see. There is something. Take it off. It's a black envelope. I'm pleased you picked the green chair. Come around the front for me. Before you open that envelope, I do need to ask you again, Joe, I know it's an obvious point, but please, your choice to put your hand up was your decision that you made naturally as you listened to that piece of music, yep?
Yep.
Nobody asked you to put your hand up or anything like that? All right, OK. Open the envelope. Inside one sheet of paper. What does it say?
295.
295. And Joe, be honest, what's your lucky number?
It's not 295.
Oh, you could have lied, Joe. It's a bit of a disappointment. No, 295 does relate to something. This number relates to a ticket stub number. One of you should have a ticket stub with 295 on it. Could you have a look? Can you take your ticket stubs out? Whoever's got 295, just hold your hand up for us. Give us a wave if you are 295. One of you should be. Have a look. It's in quite big numbers. Nobody? Someone in this room should have ticket stub number 295. Joe, do you have your ticket stub on you? In your passport. Thank God for that. 295, 295, a perfect match. Thank you very much. 295. Joe, you're sensational. Joe, thank you. That's a cheap souvenir. Joe, everybody, thank you. So, trying to influence people's choices without them being aware of it is your starting point for PWA, or perception without awareness. I wanted to move it into the more interesting area of affecting people's behaviour. And I wanted to find an ordinary, everyday, face-to-face situation where the results could be easily measured.
We've come to this shopping centre to see if I can influence people's behaviour by controlling the environment around them. The aim of this experiment is to make people behave more generously, and we'll be able to measure the result by the amount of money that they give. The sociologist John Bargh found out that playing word games can influence a person's mood, so I've created a word game using words that encourage generosity. I'm getting one of my team to stop members of the public at random to read through it.
Open-handed. Lovely. Giving. That's it anyway. Time's up. Thanks very much for your time.
We've also added dozens and dozens of subliminal messages in windows and around the shopping centre. To find out how much money a homeless guy could make with all these techniques in place, I needed a makeover. Now, with my disguise complete and all our subliminal suggestions in place, we set up some hidden cameras to see what would happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. It's like 80 quid. Oh, thank you. Goes a little home. I don't smell, I promise. Thank you very much. That's amazing. That's so good of you. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a lovely day. You being serious? It's like £100 there. No one's ever given me anything like that ever. 60, 70, 85 quid.
Amazingly, with all these techniques in place, I'd collected £350 in less than an hour.
That's 300. Would anybody like any change?
And it was so successful that this one guy is about to make an even bigger sacrifice than just giving me his cash.
So you're going to need it a lot more than me.
Oh, Jesus, mate. Thank you very much. Oh,
it's possible that one of my window displays has had an accidental effect on one particularly suggestible guy.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
do an exchange.
Oh, God. You're going to get cold feet there.
Well, you're going to be even colder, so have a good Christmas anyway.
It's amazing, man. Thank you so much. Happy Christmas to you too.
Thank you.
Take care.
And obviously, in case any of you are wondering, the £350 that we collected went towards a new pair of shoes for me. So it was nicely balanced in that sense. It was shelter. It went to shelter. So apparently that was more appropriate. So we are almost ready to play the film. So join us after the break. Welcome back. These lovely people here are getting ready to watch the world's first subliminal film of its kind, which will stick them and you at home to your seats. The technology used in this film has been developed in private, but I will explain at the end exactly how it worked. But first, back to our theatre. I needed to set the impact level of the subliminal film and decide exactly what effect that it should have.
I invited 6 volunteers to come and watch various versions of the subliminal film. I'm able to monitor them on CCTV cameras from a control room via a two-way mirror. Each film is very similar to the one you'll be seeing at home. They contain different subliminal elements at various strengths which result in different reactions. From this, I'll be able to decide what to include in the final film.
Didn't really have any reaction. Maybe a wee bit dizzy at the start.
Sort of winking at you. It's almost kind of flirting.
Can you hear me at all?
Just try and stand up, just so we can see this. How can you get?
It feels like something sort of almost holding it down, but there's nothing. I can't feel anything on top.
That's slightly unexpected. Your hands are up in the air. Can you bring them down?
Not really, like they're kind of attached to ropes, I suppose. It was odd. I can't really describe what I felt like.
This is sort of, this is unusual.
Please stop it. It was just really horrible. I don't know why, it was okay to start off with and then just got really intense and the feeling of just like, I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't get away and it's really overwhelming, I think.
You just stand up for me, just so I can just check that you can stand and... No?
No, I can't get up.
Trying out the different versions of the film told me what final tweaks had to be made before showing it to you at home and these people here. Now, after the break, I will play the film. We're all getting ready to watch it here, and I'd like you to do the same. I should point out that there are no flashes or anything you might associate with subliminals as such, and also the film is not effective at a lower resolution, so if it gets posted on the internet, it won't work. Now, the film is completely safe. However, some of you should not watch this film. Do not watch it if you believe you may be adversely affected. This is just to prevent any hysteria after the event. Or if you're under 16 and not accompanied by an adult. Equally, if you'd rather just not watch it for whatever personal reason, then don't. The film will only last a minute. You can look away from your TV as soon as it starts and then look back again after a minute and watch the rest of the show. So, if you would like to take part in this experiment, sit back comfortably in your seat with your phone and await further instructions. Welcome back. By now, hopefully most of you are sat in your seats, ready, and I'm about to give you the number so that you can phone in and tell us what has happened to you after you have watched the film. So, if you'd like to take part, put this number into your phone now so that you're ready to call, but do not call yet, as the lines are not yet open. Only call when instructed to do so after the film. The number is 03457 224 500. Callers from a BT landline will be charged a set-up fee of 8p per call, plus 3p per minute. Calls from other networks may vary, and from mobiles will cost considerably more. Now, for the film to be effective, you do need to be sat in a particular way, so please follow these instructions. Sit right back in your chair. Place your feet flat on the floor in front of you. Place your hands on your lap. Imagine a circle around your head with a radius of about a foot. This is your safety zone. Try and keep your head within that zone at all times. Your head must not touch that circle. And now remain in this position. Now, the film won't stick all of you, but it will stick those of you who are open to it, who allow it to work, those of you who have a well-balanced, bright, creative personality. And there'll probably come a point when you'll feel that you're either going to fight it or let it work. When that happens, just let yourself go with it. Just allow it to work. If you fight it, then it probably won't work, so it's kind of a waste of time even watching. Those of you with the best talent for responding to the film will find yourselves stuck, locked, glued, gelled, cemented, bonded, fused and welded into your seats. And the more you try in vain to unstick yourself harder and harder, the more you'll find yourself locking and sticking harder and harder into your seat. Think now which parts of your body are in contact with the seat. The tops of your legs, your back, perhaps your shoulders. Feel the weight of all of these. In a second, you will absorb the film. When you find yourself rigidly stuck, don't panic. Just allow yourself to enjoy it, to find it interesting, while you try in vain to unstick yourself as hard as you can. And you can imagine now what that would be like, trying to unstick yourself harder and harder. Just enjoy it. It's a very odd sensation. Now, others around you may stand if you're watching with other people, which we found somehow concentrates the energy on you and then sticks you even more. So, take a deep breath in. And out. Again, in and out. We're now ready to play the film to you at home and these people here. Let's play the film now. Now, as you sit there and as you find yourself sticking, remember to keep calm, try and keep your head within the zone, focus on the screen, let yourself be stuck. If you try to unstick yourself, you should find that the energy to do so somehow dissipates and all effort just washes away, leaving you motionless. So keep calm, focus on the screen. And the more you try to unstick yourself, harder and harder, the harder that you stick. And if you have been stuck to your seat by the subliminal film that we've just broadcast, we want to hear from you. And the lines are now open. Call the number that you have. It's 03457 224 500. Callers from a BT landline will be charged a set-up fee of 8p per call plus 3p a minute. Callers from other networks may vary and mobiles will cost considerably more. We have operators waiting to take your call, and if you do get through, you could be speaking to me on air. Unfortunately, we do have a limited number of operators, so not everyone will be able to get through, and the lines will be closed as soon as we have all of our callers. So remain as you are for a few minutes while we see how our friends here are doing. Take a moment. Just try and stand up. See what happens as you start to try. Just try to stand. Just try and push yourself up. As tends to happen, the nearer you are to the screen, the more powerful it is. Put some effort into it. Really hold on to the sides of your seat. Really do try. Just... Any of you finding it frightening? It's just...
I'm beginning to panic a little bit.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're beginning to panic a little bit?
My heart's going a bit fast, but it's okay.
So what happens when you try? What's your kind of experience of this?
I just feel heavier now. My elbows just feel really stuck to the chair, and particularly my back is the heaviest I think it's ever been.
Okay. Best thing to do, if you're really feeling that, if you're starting to feel very odd, just relax and go with it. How's it feel?
I can't feel my legs.
You can't feel your legs?
Can't feel my legs.
If I do this, can you feel my hand?
No.
No? We'll talk to some people at home in a minute, but you're all presumably, you're aware of the fact that it's just an ordinary seat. There's no reason. What's it like? What does it feel like?
It's just bizarre. I'm trying very hard to get up.
Yeah.
I just can't get up. My legs feel very heavy, and I'm almost being sucked into the chair.
And what do you, intellectually, what do you tell yourself? Because you're...
Oh, I told myself I am going to stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. I'm going to stand up.
And how do you make sense of the fact you can't?
Don't know. Feel very heavy. I don't know.
And you're not
very bizarre.
Hypnotised or anything
Absolutely
like that? This
not.
is you've just watched that for a couple of minutes and...
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anybody else want to say anything? How are you doing over here? How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. I started to get up.
You got up a little bit.
Yeah, I got up a little bit. I can move about that far.
Yeah.
And then for every bit I push up, twice as much pushes down.
Yes.
So it's just, you realise you're just not going to beat it, because the more you try, the more it pushes you back.
Yes.
And it's quite frustrating, actually.
Are you all finding this? Anybody finding anything different?
I could move my back away from the chair.
Yes.
But the contact points that were the strongest for me, where I was sitting and where my arms are the places I can't move it. Even though my back's not on the seat anymore, it's pushing the contact points down. I can't explain that. It's illogical.
Okay. And maybe a lady over here. You can move your hands.
Yeah, but they're really quite stiff and...
So they're stiff and heavy as well. So you're pushing here.
Yep.
Nothing at all.
Nope.
Okay, I think relax for a second there. Just so we can see, just again for me, just really try. Put your hands on the side, or if you can move your hands, just
really try so people know you really are trying, because there may be some people watching this on their own who haven't stuck and may not be appreciating how difficult this is. You're really genuinely trying, yes?
I am really trying.
Thank you very much for taking part. We have a success rate here of about 50%. It's likely to be a bit less at home, because here the conditions are perfect, and at home there's bound to be all sorts of distractions. I'm going to take some phone calls now from some of you at home who are stuck, and we're just going to bring up some instructions for those of you that are stuck so you know what to do. Hello, I think we have our first caller here. Who's this?
It's Sandra.
Sandra, hello. Thank you for calling. Our switchboard has gone absolutely mental. It's absolutely jammed, so well done for getting through. What's going on with you, Sandra?
Basically, I was watching it with my 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And he stuck to the seat. It didn't affect me at all.
So it didn't affect you, but...
No.
And how is he doing? Can you put him on the phone?
Yeah, he's only 10 now.
Okay, let me say hello to him.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, so what's happened to you? You're pretty stuck there?
What?
Are you pretty stuck?
Kind of. It's just when I try to get up, I can get up. What? Oh, sorry. I can get up really far, and then I feel really shaky, and I just want to sit down
And
again.
then it pushes you back down again. Okay, that's
Yeah.
quite normal. So where are you feeling it? In your legs? Is it in your arm?
In my legs, really, and my feet. I just can't. I can't get up really good.
Okay.
I keep slipping as well.
Okay, well, we're going to have to go, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. I'm going to talk to somebody else now. You'll be released in a moment. Who do we have next? Hello?
Hello?
Hello. How are you? What's your name?
My name's Rianne.
Rianne. How's it going, Rianne? What are you experiencing?
Well, it kind of feels like my back isn't really stuck to my chair that much, but like from my feet, it kind of feels, like just before you get pins and needles, kind of like sensation, and it kind of runs up my legs, and like my bum is pretty stuck to my chair.
Right, yes, now that is pretty common. Were you feeling that during the film? Did it kick in afterwards?
Actually, before on the advert, when you said get ready, I actually wanted to go and get up and go to the toilet, but then I actually kind of felt a sense that I shouldn't get up, so I just went down for the whole advert.
Thank you, Rianne. Thank you, Rianne. Because we're a bit jammed, I'm going to go on to the next caller. Thank you, Rianne. Thanks for calling. Who's next? Who do we have here?
It's Peter.
Peter, nice to talk to you, Peter. Thanks for getting through. We have so many people trying to get through, so please do at home. Keep trying. Peter, what are you experiencing? How are you feeling?
It feels like the bottom of my back is welded to my sofa. I have tried repeatedly to get up, using my arms as well, and I just cannot get up.
And how are you feeling? Does it feel scary? Are you quite calm? Have you been panicking? What's your experience?
No, I'm very, very calm.
Good. Okay, so you're not too worried about it. Can you move your hands?
I can move my hands. That's no problem.
So what happens if you try and push? If you put your hands and try and push, what happens?
It's like a waste of energy, to be honest. I try and then I just can't do it. Simple as that.
The energy just sort of dissipates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, were you feeling that? Did it happen during the film, or did it happen more afterwards, or what were you experiencing as it went along?
More during the film. I felt the lower end of my back feel like it was sinking further and further.
Thank you very much, Peter. We're going to move to our next caller. Thank you. Who's next? Who do I have here?
Hello, it's Joe.
Joe, nice to talk to you, Joe. You sound like you're a bit flustered there. How's it feeling?
Yeah, I'm kind of panicking, so all my muscles have just gone tense.
Okay. So you've started pushing, and that sort of tension's locked in a little bit.
Yeah, my back's just locked me down to the chair, and I can't stand.
Are you on your own? Are you with other people?
No, I'm just by myself.
So are you on your own, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, look, no need to panic, because you'll be released in a moment. So it's all over your body. Are your feet stuck as well?
Yeah, every part of me.
Okay, I'm afraid that is our last call. Thank you, Joe. That's all the calls we have time for. Thank you very much for calling. So, thank you very much, all of you who called in. Our lines are now closed. And now we're going to put up a blue screen and play a clearing tone, which will release you if you're still stuck. So if you are, just listen to this, relax, breathe in some clarity, some lightness, and move that around your body. Just let your limbs start to move so that you can come free and that you can stand up now. So, lean forward, stand all the way up. Just get up and allow yourself to stand. Good. Now, if any of you do happen to still be stuck at this point, that is fine. Just give it a couple of minutes to clear. It doesn't last very long anyway. To reiterate, the film doesn't contain anything that would affect your brain or control you. There are no subliminal messages in it. It works through suggestion in the same way that none of the techniques that you've seen me use tonight are subliminal in that sense. I've been using other techniques. So you can let it wear off and just know that you're absolutely fine. Now, a lot of you would not have stuck, but hopefully you'll all know somebody who did. So thank you for taking part. Thank you for testing your own responsiveness tonight. There are no after effects or side effects of the process, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. So please enjoy the rest of your evenings. Good night.